On this channel, I've been watching a lot of Studio Ghibli movies, and I wondered which movie their logo came from. You know, that little character in their logo that poops all over the place. Today, I got the chance to find out because I'm going to be reviewing the 1988 classic, My Neighbor Totoro. And you know why? 'Cause I don't know jack squat about anime. But I'm gonna learn with all of my friends. Will you be here when my quest ends? Well, My Neighbor Totoro is about this family with two preteen girls who live with their father, and they're moving into a rural area. Their mother is in the hospital. They visit her from time to time, but they're moving into a new place, and the place is kind of a fixer-upper.
So how do you like the new place?
Dad, it's perfect! Look at this, a tunnel of trees! It's creepy! Creepy! Whoa. Whoa. Look, it's rotten!
There's an older lady that they befriend who lives next door, and she helps them clean up the place, and she tries to make the cleaning up a little more interesting by talking about soot gremlins. Like, you know, you're helping me rid this house of all the soot gremlins, and she like makes like the dirt as like these monsters and stuff like that. But basically, this movie is about the little girl goes through this little hole in the trees and meets up with these unusual creatures who are a mix between like a rabbit, a bear, and I think the legs look like bird legs to me. Anyway, the youngest girl, who's about 4 years old, May, makes friends with the largest of these creatures that she meets, and his name is Totoro.
Who are you? A great big soot gremlin?
You could look at it that, you know, these creatures that only the two little girls can see. You could look at it as a metaphor for like dealing with the situation they're dealing with. They escape into imagination. It's a very simple story. There's a couple of twists and everything, but it's about them dealing with their mother being sick in this new situation. They're in a new place. They like exploring the woods, and there's some wonderful animation of the things. And Ghibli does a great job of animating nature. Yeah, it's a very straightforward story about these two girls dealing with all that, and they escape into imagination. And there's one very interesting scene where they're waiting for a bus, and this big hairy creature that only they can see decides to wait for the bus with them. Another bus pulls up, but it's like half cat, half like this Alice in Wonderland bus. Like you wanted it to, you know, you wanted like the Mad Hatter to be driving it. Well, nobody's driving it because it's alive, but like it's this Cheshire cat, but a half cat, half bus.
Huh?
So it gets into some Alice in Wonderland stuff here, but the entire story is like, again, like I said, a metaphor for the girls having to deal with all these things. I made the mistake of reading something online after I watched the movie. There's a scene in here that's very easily dismissed as old-timey and cultural, because this comes from Japan, but there's a scene where the father and the two girls are bathing together, which, again, that's a cultural thing. It's not considered pervy in a lot of places, but people who in America who watch this might have their feelings about it. I read an interpretation of this movie that said that father was molesting the kids, and that's why they escaped into fantasy world with all these creatures and stuff like that. But the movie itself does not support that, and it said that the sick mother was a metaphor for their innocence or something like that. That's why she's sick and like fading away. Pardon the spoiler, but at the end of the movie, they all get together and everything's fine. So I don't buy into that interpretation. But if you think that's weird, you know, that it's portrayed as how they do things, this movie is very much for a younger audience. It's pure escapism and some very relatable scenarios with this family dealing with going to a new place. Great movie for families. I'm going to give it 4 cat buses out of 5, just because I like movies with animated movies where it's for everybody, a little bit for everybody, and this was sort of simplified for kids. You don't need to do that. That's why I'm taking off a point. It's an excellent movie for families. Again, this family struggling with the mom being sick and dealing with new things. It's a lot of nice lessons. Animation is very, very Ghibli. Cute. There's a lot of cuteness in the movie you're watching with the kids. But like I said, I'm taking 1 point off just because it was a little too simple of a story. But anyway, thanks for watching this review. Comment below if you would like to suggest an anime that I should watch, either because you love it or because you think it stinks. I want to watch it all. Again, thanks for watching. And as always, this video is sponsored by Turtle Rocket Books, quirky top shelf sci-fi in a literary sci-fi multiverse. Want to see some weird stuff?